process of putting together learning outcomes programs for courses, right? Individual courses. What is it that a student will be learning in a course? What skills will they be developing? There's this multi-step process of trying to look at courses. What should students be doing? How are you measuring whether or not they're actually achieving those goals? And the third step is, what are we doing in order to refine what we're teaching, testing, looking at, in order to improve the way we're doing our courses and our programs? From the college and the university's perspective, we're going to the departments and saying, you're in charge of your courses. What is it in each course that you would like to see a student achieving? What should they be learning? What skills should they be developing? How are you measuring whether or not the students are in fact learning those skills, developing those skills? To the department also then, we're asking the same question about the degree program, the major or the minor. What kinds of skills will your students, if they major in a particular discipline, what kinds of skills will they develop over time? Where will they be very good? What kinds of approaches to problems, reasoning and analysis, again, communication skills. And then the third piece of all of this, both in courses and in programs, is how can you go back and refine your courses, refine your programs in order to enhance the students, what they are learning, what they are achieving. So, for instance, at the program level, one may want students to develop good communication skills. And there may be a course, for instance, that has a lot of writing in it. Perfectly reasonable that would be the key course to achieve communication skills. Maybe it's not, there's too much writing, and students ought to be looking at, say, oral communication skills, giving presentations. How would you put a presentation together? Those are kinds of skills that are also useful and that might be useful to a department and that they might want their students to be achieving by the end of, say, finishing a major. Might not know that going out. You try the course, you test it, you look at it for some time, you do the assessments, and then you come back and revisit that course and say, we could do a better job, we could develop these other kinds of skills besides, say, just writing, but also oral and presentation skills that would be useful for our students. What we're doing now just for middle states is part of a longer process, that it really can be an ongoing review, assessment, refine, teach, assess, refine again. We're taking the first steps right now in this process. Those are very natural steps. What the whole Middle States accreditation process is doing, what this learning outcomes process is doing, is writing those things down and setting up for ourselves a process by which we can actually regularly go down this path and make sure that we're doing what we should be doing. First steps, they may not be everything we want to be. That's okay. If we have this set up so we are regularly looking at what we're trying to achieve with our students in courses and in programs, if we're regularly looking at what they're achieving, and we're going back and refining our courses and refining what our programs are requiring, in 3 or 4 or 5 years, we're going to be that much better, and we're going to be down a road a little further. That's what we're really trying to get to. Thinking about what our students ought to be learning in our classes, what kinds of students they will be when they graduate. We'll be in a different place in 10 years. That's great. We're taking our first steps now.